Hello, my one viewer. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting set up and waiting for some people to show up. This is not my normal live time, so it is early. Hey! I'm so happy to see you. I'm just waiting for some people to show up because this is not my normal time for lives. I told everybody I'd be going live late on a Sunday, and here I am on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And I know it's early. It's early for me. Hmm. And I know the way the notifications have been not working, that I'm going to text a few people. Mm. Well, hey, Jennifer. Um, Happy Sunday, everybody. So happy to see you. Hey, Luxational. I know you're like, girl, what's up with this? It's like it's on the 7th of January at 7 o'clock. Oh, not 7 o'clock. It's 10 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday. What am I doing live? Um, Yeah, I know, I wanted to go live early, I totally bailed on church today, but here's the thing, guys, church is recorded. I I'm gonna go work today, so I figured I cannot do it all. I cannot do it all. Um, so I was like, I'm gonna skip church, listen to it on the drive to work, I'm going to hang out with you guys. James is sleeping, we have to work 4 more hours, at least 4 or 6 hours today, and, 6 would be better, and then we have a dinner appointment with our friend, so there was, like, no way I was gonna be able to go live early, or even later. There was no way. I mean, if I went live today at the timetable that was gonna happen, it would be, like, 9 PM Central Time, and I'm like, "We all go to work on a Monday." Good morning. Hi, Linda S. Hey, Luxational. Hey, it's 11 PM or AM. You guess you're on Eastern Time then, Luxational. Um, Sometimes you need a break. It's okay. Yeah, mom used to watch Bass on TV. Yeah, that's what I'm doing because 'cause I'm just like, "You know what? It's the I can do that whenever I want, honestly, because they film all their Sunday services, but I like the environment. I like going. I like remembering I'm part of a community because if I didn't go to church, literally, my whole life would be work, home, grocery store, and that's it. Gas station. I mean, seriously, that's all I do. I see some of my friends. I did go see friends yesterday, and man, do I have story time. So much story time. So much. I mean, and like, I know I talked to y'all on a Friday, and it's like, okay, Jackie, one day, only one day happened since the last time I talked to you. How so much stuff can happen? So much stuff happened yesterday. Um, Sometimes you need a break. Your steps. Viper grandma leaves tomorrow. Yes. Oh, I wanted to tell you, Luxation, the reason why I call my Viper, my mother-in-law is a year of the snake. So, um, yeah, so it's just is appropriate. So, I call my mother-in-law, you know, a viper sometimes, not to her face. Maybe if she sees this, she'll know that now, but I doubt it. Most of my family, nobody watches. Mm-mm. Hey Linda, hi Lux. Hope everyone is having a better New Year. Sorry I missed your live Friday. My father-in-law passed. Oh, that's awful, Linda S. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Was that unexpected? I mean, it seems like it's unexpected. That's rough. Mm. Yeah. I was talking. Who was I talking to? I wish I could remember, but I don't now. The red-haired dragon. Luxational, I love it. Uh, no, he is old, but all of a sudden he turns where yeah. Yeah, it happens. It's like, okay, that's who was that person? I was just talking to someone where New Year's Eve, they both went to sleep, and New Year's morning, only one partner woke up, and it was just one of those things. I wish I can remember who. It was a friend of my mother's, I think. Um, yeah, it's still rough though, guys. I mean, but yeah, so also what that's part of what I wanted to talk to you too, um, is about, loss and stuff for I've had 2 friends. And I was thinking about this. I don't know. I think it's because I was talking to my mother and one of our friends, and I wish I knew which one because right now it's escaping my memory. Past someone I didn't know personally. It was my mom's friend. Um, she means to a 98-year-old woman that lives across the street. She's a dragon. Yesterday, I felt alone on Jacob's Live. I was like the only one. Oh, Jacob's Live yesterday was like on a next level. I missed most of the pre-show, but I was there for the main show, but I was listening and I wasn't able to text because of the situation I was in, but I was like, "This is, like, the level of his pre-show." Like, he went there. He went straight down into, like, deep, heavy thoughts. I guess it's just what's happening in the 2024 so far, but it was a very good live. If y'all can catch his replay, I would recommend listening to the whole 4 hours. On my while I'm thinking about it, my description box, guys, there's a couple people I listed in there. One of the people I put in there, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, is Jonathan P. He's a brand new YouTuber. He only has like 68 subs. He bought his very first Dooney and Burke. Oh my goodness, I was so thrilled. And then the other person, Layla Sophia. Now I know some of you already subscribed to her, but she's so cool. I mean, it's like I wish we would look closer so we could be friends. Cool. And then Love Luxury is the company the company I was talking about on Friday that has all the Hermes and watches, that has a store in London and a store in, Dubai. They have a lot of cool stuff on that channel. Um, Linda says, "Oh, I missed it. I really, really wanted to, but I was traveling." Yeah, I'm going to. Oh yeah, watch the whole replay, Linda S. Definitely watch the whole replay. It's definitely worth it. It was very transcendental. It was very cool. He was very much in the feelings. He didn't, even though he was traveling for the New Year's, his New Year's didn't start out too wonderful. He had, health issues, so he was not in the best of. I mean, for what he had to go through, I don't know what caused it, but he rang in the new year. So anyway, so I wanted to talk real quick about some stuff that's, I was doing yesterday. Ed, hey Ed, I'm so happy to see you, dude. We miss your lives. Are you going live on Tuesday with Winnie? Because we miss you. I miss you. I miss you a lot. Thank you for your words, even the kind of expect it's hard. Oh yeah, it's always hard, man. It's always hard. Keep your prayers, earthquakes, and yeah, right? I heard, and then the airplanes blew up too, like, I think it was Japanese airlines that did that, and then earthquakes, and I mean, like, oh my goodness, it's I mean, they're an island nation on, like, on the edge of, a plate. It's gonna happen, but it's still not a good thing, guys. Rael! Hey, Rael, good morning! Um, Sometimes he said, "Listen, Linda." Scene, and then he said, "Yes, Linda Passos." And I was like, "What have I done?" Beautiful steps. That's hilarious. Rocco. Hey, GM Jackson and all. You look glowing. Hi. Um, I don't Thank you, Ace. Uh, it's the lighting. Linda S. I have pared down who I watch. Ed, you are on my list. Please come back soon. Um, I miss you guys. I won't be this week, but I will be following week. I'll be back very soon. Okay, Ed, we're holding you to it. I'm gonna harass you if you're not because we miss you. You can give us an hour a week. Come on. Don't you miss Winnie? I'm sure you text Winnie anyway. Um, uh, Bri, hi. Hey, Bri. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, DD Bean. Good morning. Yeah, so I'm playing hooky on church because normally I'm at church, but yesterday so many things happened that there was like no way in the world today's timetable was going to let me do a live and church and work and go see my friend for dinner. So here we are, and I'll catch church on the replay because they stream it on YouTube. It's not like I have to be there, guys. I just choose to be there. It makes me feel like I'm part of the community, or else I would just be at my house and the office and the grocery store and the gas station, and that would be the extent of my community life. um, Linda will be back very soon, and we'll have 2 videos a week starting again very soon. Yay, Ed! Last video I saw. I need happy, um, Ed. So glad to hear that you'll be back soon. Woohoo! Don's Donuts. Good morning, everybody. See, I was hoping people would be around Sunday morning before the day got started, and people had to do other things. And I'm very happy to see everybody. Yay! So let me explain my background. I don't know if you noticed the bins. I tore my entire bag room apart. This bag space was completely deconstructed yesterday. It was a nightmare. Um, "Oh, Rael, I'm home because of snow." Well, that's a good snow day, and at least it's a Sunday, you know? Um So so what happened was, and the reason why we'll be not having a blog sale anytime soon, because I'm traumatized. I sold some stuff on Mercari. I needed to sell these things. I sold it for a song, a dance, steal, a gift. It was not I didn't want to, but this lady had been talking to me for a while, and she really wanted these, and she wanted it at Christmas, and it was too expensive. Guys, I sold it to her below my cost. I'm not a business. These are things I purchased myself. I was just happy someone was going to love them. They got the deal of the century, but I agreed to sell it, and then I forgot where I put it. Mhm. I know, no one's shocked. Nobody's shocked. Linda, you're gonna laugh about this, Linda. Linda Passos, because wait until I tell you where I put this stuff. You already know. But I didn't know. So I had moved those earrings around 15 times, guys, 15 times. They've been on my desk for like 2 months. I've moved my entire area. I spent 2 hours. I went through every bin, almost every bag, looking for every little pocket thingy I could think of. Where did I put these earrings? This is like $500 worth of earrings. What did I do? Where did I put them? 2 hours of extreme panicking. Like my heart was racing. I'm like, because I already made the sale. I already accepted the sale. I despise having to cancel a sale because I lost something. And I'm thinking, Jackie, what safe place did you do? Where did you put this? Why did you do this? Where would you have put this? And then you know what? 2 hours of tearing this place apart. We had to go to the bank. We had to go get breakfast. We had to go to San Antonio. We had friends to meet up. Oh my God, we did not have time for me to spend 2 hours doing this. My husband was looking at me like, because he can't do anything. He's helplessly looking at me in concern because I'm sitting there. My heart is, and I am in full, quiet, seething panic mode for 2 hours tearing apart my backspace. I went through every drawer. I went through every thing. I was like, oh my God, did I throw it away? Did I throw it away? Because I could have. I could have thrown it away because they're little earrings in little plastic bags. What did I do with them? And then I'm sitting there in my brain. I could not remember, like, what did I do? And I was staring at my bag wall. I've looked everywhere except for one space. And I'm like, there's no way it's over there. I'm looking and I'm staring. And then it's like, click, everything clicked. I'm like, I did not do that. I did. So this used to be on my desk. So this is a padded little purse that I felt like it would be safe because I was moving everything on my desk 50 times, that I would put the earrings in here because it would be safe. So safe, I forgot where I put them because I knew I just wouldn't leave them around. They're turquoise and sterling silver lapis, and the one was lapis. So lapis is, a delicate flower. It's not as strong as the turquoise, and even turquoise isn't that strong. So I'm like, what did I do? So I put it in this cute little safe space, and I put this, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I stuffed it in one of my cubbies. It was in plain sight the whole time. I just forgot I had done it. And then I was like, 2 hours later, 2 hours, and the panic that this place was torn apart. I went through all the mail. I went through everything just sitting here. I mean, I cleaned out my bag space, and then and of course, what do we do after I find it? So I pack everything up, I put the shipping together, I I s I'm still I mean, literally, it took me 5 hours for my heart rate and my adrenaline to dump out because I was that panicked. Like, I just placed $300 earrings. Like, my $300 earrings? No problem. Earrings I have promised to sell somebody and they've purchased? Problem. So, I'm like, I didn't wanna disappoint her. She's been looking at these things for, like, 2 months, and she's been talking to me about this for 2 months, and then yes, I found them, Ace. I found them, and I was like, "Oh my god." So, they're off in the mail, they're gone. I put in the little care card from the company I bought them from. I told them about the company I bought them from. I She got a deal of the century. She got that below cost. Below cost. And I mean, as a regular retail consumer, for earrings I've never worn. They've just been sitting in my house for 2 years, but that's why I sold them. It's because they've been sitting in my house for 2 years. They're too heavy. I love them. They're artwork. I have lots of artwork, but I needed to make a credit card payment. So, and when I made the decision to sell them in the vlog sale and nobody bought them, I said, well, I'll just put them on Mercari. So that's where they were. G says, "Jackie, it's time to stop stashing things in bags. You need to yes, yes. But the thing is, D, I have 3 jewelry boxes, 3 or 4 jewelry boxes, like huge. I have a freestanding one. It's just my lazy self isn't using it. I think what I need to do is actually bring my freestanding jewelry box out of where I've stashed it in the closet and make it more accessible, and then stop leaving my jewelry all over the house like a ninny, you know?" It's like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy you found them." Every time I lose something, I say a prayer to Saint Anthony, and he always finds my lost things. Yeah, Saint Anthony and I should be best buddies, guys. I don't mean to laugh, but you've done that. I know I have, but I've never sold something. It's like my own stuff being lost, I don't care. I'll find it eventually. It might take me a year, 5. I have lost stuff for 5 years before, and I'll find it eventually. I'm like, "Well, Jackie, why did you put that there?" But when I sold something, I normally have an entire bin of just stuff I'm selling, but because those were jewelry, I had them separated. I didn't want to put them in a bin, you know? So I'm like, "Oh no. Oh no. Oh no." You know, Rael says, "Yeah, I'm going to say time to designate different places to save items." Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's time for you to empty all the bags, especially for yes, yes, I have. I did. I actually went well, wait a minute. Did I? Yes. Yes. I all the bags in front of me, I have a whole cubby full of small pouches. I went through every last one of them. And I went through all my bags. So I have a bad habit because I change my bags all the time that if I'm wearing jewelry that I do take off, like, so I've learned that these are, like, really the only earrings I can wear. These are just studs, right? These are just plain studs. And in the back, they're ball backs, so they're not even, butterfly backs. So I don't take them out. They don't hurt my ears or my head when I'm sleeping on my pillow. They compress. My earphones don't bother me. But for a while, when I was wearing actual earrings, I would take them off in whatever bag I was using, and then, I change bags every day almost, so it was like, "Oh my goodness," you know? So, man, but here's the thing, so after I spent 2 hours doing this, James and I went to the bank, so we are in the process of refinancing our house to a with a home equity loan, um which is a nightmare, so it's not like a fun thing to go do, and it's a stressful thing also, but we have the equity and we have credit card debts, and the rates have gone sky high to the point we were not the only people sitting. I have actually never seen my local bank this full because it's a credit union, so it's not exactly a bank, it's different. So if y'all aren't private credit union, you won't know what I'm talking about, but if you are private credit union, you will know what I'm talking about, and it was every office was full. This is a small branch, guys. Everybody was in there, and then probably for the same reasons, because it's just the I know it's an election year, but oh my goodness. Anyway, so we did that. So that was another hour of my life, almost 2, another hour or 2, and then James and I drive down to San Antonio because we had to go meet my friends. I'm still stressed out. We haven't had anything to eat. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon by this point. We get to her house around 3. I meet her new puppy. She has a brand new 3-month-old Labradoodle. Oh my lord. That is the most adorable dog I have ever seen in my life, and I've seen many dogs. But of course, she's only 3 months. Everybody loves a puppy. Oh my gosh, and this puppy, the temperament is so calm and cool. He let me Marshmallow, I was able to hold her for, like, a good hour. I told my friend Erin, said, "Erin, this is the best therapy I've ever had in my entire life." I just held that puppy. Most of the time, dogs don't come to me. James is the dog whisperer. My energy is excitement. My internal energy is like, dog. But my external energy is like, oh, hello, dog. But my inside is like, dog, because I love dogs. Like, I love dogs. Every dog I meet, I think is a friend. And even the ones that are mean, I just think they're misunderstood, right? So we were with our friends because we're talking. I know, Marshmallow. So we were talking because we're going to Disney with them in September, guys. So we're going to Florida. It's gonna be a big thing. It's 2 families, 2 families and maybe their parents. We haven't decided if the parents can come, and we're talking logistics. And I haven't been to Disney since for years and years, since like high school and college, right? And we're all the same age. We're all almost in our 40s, and they have young kids, so perfect age for the kids. So we're talking all things Disney. We go have lunch. James gets more and more into it the more we talk about Disney. He's all down for it. He's like, how many days are we going to go? Which parks are we going to see? What do we have to do with it? What would the kids like? I mean, they have like 3 and 4-year-olds, so it's and then they have the older kids, the 8 and 9-year-olds, but, the 3 and 4-year-olds are the they're tall kids, but they're not gonna be going on the Velocicoaster. So, when you have kids like this, one parent has parent duty with the kids, the other parent takes the kids on the ride. It's a whole thing, right? So, we're trying to make it, do we go to Universal? Do we go see Harry Potter? How do we do 2 parks? Do we do all hopper passes? So we're talking all things Disney, and we're telling them about the resort we're staying at, and James and I are paying for the resort, and they offered to pay for our tickets. So I said, I don't think so. I mean, when we invite our friends to Disney with us, it's not like it's a gift, guys. Like, yeah, we give them the space to stay, and that's a huge expense, but off their shoulders, but you don't understand how expensive Disney is, especially with children, that our friends we invited last year to go for free, the lodging was free for them. They still had to spend, like, $5,000. It was $2,500 just in tickets. They have a family of 4. No, 5. They had a family of 5, and that wasn't even going to all the parks all the time. That wasn't hopper passes for everybody. That was just, like, 3 parks, 3-day passes for 5 people, and, 2.5 grand, and their military discount, and then they had to buy all the food, and then they bought stuff for all their kids, and then they budgeted this out for a year before they did it. I mean, at the all said and done with, I think this free vacation cost them 6 grand. So, I totally understand when I invite my friends to come with me to Disney, it's not really a gift. It's more like, "Hey, we have this place. We're already gonna be paying for it. Would you stay with us? And we have room for you. Will you go hang out with us in this very expensive theme park?" Um, Beautiful says, "I have a porcelain tray in my dresser where I put my jewelry that I take off daily. Inside one of the jewelry boxes, I put them inside one of the bags. They get lost oh yeah, if they go in bags, they get lost. Ace. I'm going to Disney next month for my grandson's 4th. As a family, I'm so happy we don't do excess. We choose Disney because of the price." Oh my god, yes, Ace. Are you going to Disneyland or Disney World? Because there's a difference. Rael, that's why I've never been to Disney. Yeah, Disney is it's like most people who actually go there, it is a lifetime trip. It is not like, "Oh, let's just go to Disney one day." No, no. It is planned out, and that's why they make such a big effort to make sure people who stay on their properties have a good experience. The motto of Disney is, "People already come here happy. We just have to make them keep them happy?" So when there's issues, they're spot on. Um D says, "I have a standing MR that I keep my jewelry and stuff and wear daily and keep in little plate on my nightstand. Kindness matters. Hey, kindness. Like, see, that was a wonderful review to extend. Oh my God, yes. We when we okay, so our first time we did our home equity loan, which was a year ago, we did it so we could buy in the Disney Vacation Club, and we paid off some debt. And then this home equity loan is to recover from last year because last year became like a nightmare of expenses. So now what we're doing is getting rid of all of our credit debt. We lumped everything into. Now I know long-term financial planning. This sucks, but we're borrowing less than what we paid for a car, but it's over a 20-year note. So a 20-year second mortgage is like the interest is don't even go there. It's like over 7% interest over 20 years for 50 grand with both mortgages rolled in with the home equity mortgage. We took out $100,000 in home equity essentially between the the refi. So yeah, just do the math. 7%, $100,000, 20 years. We know we're paying for this forever, but at least we're not paying Chase the 20% or whatever they're charging us. And, so we're trying to get out of some of our unsecured debt by securing it with our home. And I told my friend, like, oh, don't worry about it. It's like, it's fine, guys. It's a house. If something happens, we'll sell it. We have equity in the house because it's worth more than we owe. And I said that if worst comes to worst, we'll just sell the house. It's fine. It will sell. This area is booming. I live in Central Texas. It's fine. And they're like, oh, but you have to take out your house. Like, look, paying off my house is not my lifetime goal. I know it was my parents' lifetime goal. It was my grandparents' lifetime goal. My aunt, my great aunts, they all did this. They all paid off their homes. And you know what happened when life was no longer with them? Their children, all of their children sold their property. All of them. So I'm like, you know what? Why am I going to spend my lifetime paying off for something? I don't have heirs. I have no heirs. It's like I have no children. I have nieces and nephews, but man, this is life. That's their parents' job. So I'm just like, I'm going to pull out the equity on my house. I'm going to pay off my debt. We'll pay off the house eventually. If something happens, we sell the house. It's fine. It's just a house. um, Rael says, my grandparents used to go to the Disney back in the 80s. They went um, yeah. Um, D says, "I went to Disney in the 80s and 90s. Can't afford it." Oh, yeah, it's expensive. Nice. I live near Disney in California. Oh, I wanna go there. I haven't gone there yet. Oh, it's okay, Brick and Boy. That's why I actually texted a lot of people because, um, my notifications didn't work. Like, I didn't get Super Jacob's notification that he was going on, live yesterday, and I'm a tier 2 member. Like, I pay a YouTube membership to get these notifications, not just am I subscribed. I'm a member. I'm a paying member. I pay his channel money so I can get his notifications, and I didn't get his notifications. You know how upset I was? I'm like, "Look, guys, his pre-show doesn't go live again or open to be viewed and for a week. So if you miss it the day of, you don't get to wait a week." I'm like, "No." Um, hi, Rococo. I'm originally from Monterey County. That was just a city. My great aunt and uncle lived in Calabasas, and I've been there. It's very beautiful. They had this great house. Um, that's why I text you back. That I'm never I never got a notification. Oh, okay. I get notifications for most well, I was just looking at my YouTube. I'm subscribed to over like 800 channels. So I can understand why some things get missed. I get it. But um the ones I pay for in membership, there's only 2. I want to know when they go live. um I feel the same way. I'm selling anything I don't want. No one in my family wants my junk, not even my LV bags. I was told that unless it's money they don't want. Exactly. My family's had condos and ski lodges, and my aunt's house was well over $500,000. Nobody wanted it. They sold it all because nobody wanted to live there. They sold it, took the liquidity, and they went and did other things and invested it in different things. I think they kept the rental properties. Like my aunt owned a rental property, a historic rental property, but the problem is, when that roof had to be replaced, it cost like $100,000 to replace that roof because it was saltillo. It's not saltillo tile, but it's clay tile in the Spanish, and it wasn't the tiles, it was actually the substructure of the roof. So you had to hand remove all the tiles, redo the substructure, reincorporate all those tiles again. But she'd been a landlord for that property for like, I don't know, 60 years. I'm pretty sure the family kept it. I don't know because 'cause they're my cousins, they don't talk to me. Linda S. live in Oregon. I don't get notifications for kindness matters. I know, right? I don't understand this. Um, so anyway, so what we did yesterday, all the stuff. If you've missed the first bit of the live, I know I've only been live for 30 minutes, but man, did I pack in a lot in that first 30 minutes. Um, because so much stuff happened in one day. And then we get down to San Antonio and we are coming back. So I had to come back and redo my entire bag space again, guys, because I torn it apart. And do you see the bins above me in the chair? Those were underneath my desk. Um oh, Chris, YouTube unsubscribe me to you and a few others upsetting to me because I do watch every video and I tried. That's crazy town. But I've been noticing in my subs, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Like one day I'll gain 2, one day I'll lose 3, one day I'll gain 5, one day I'll lose 6. Like I don't get it. It's like okay. And eventually they come back or they leave. But yeah, no, YouTube's unsubbed me from people I watch regularly. I just don't understand what YouTube's doing. The shenanigans, you know. But no, so those bins up there, there's 3 I'll move my chair. 3 bins of purses. This is not how you store bags. This is the worst way to store bags. Don't do this. Don't follow my example. Don't put them in clear bins in front of a window. Humidity and heat, guys. Bad, bad plan. But I'm out of space. I'm in the space of no space now. So, I had to pull everything out. I went through everything. And, I had to move things, and I said, "You know what? Forget trying to look cute. Forget trying to have the perfect bag space behind me. Forget the cool wall. I'm gonna be lucky to have this space look this cool or even this." I mean, I know it's cluttered. I know visually it's a lot. A lot of people who watch YouTube don't like this, because I've watched enough YouTube to know from other content creators that this is visual clutter for a lot of people, and they don't find it soothing. But, honestly, I do find it soothing. I like visual stuff. I like colors. I like having this stuff around me. This is my home. You're in my living room. This is how my house looks. I like stuff. And I don't have the space to have it over, 5,000 square feet. I have it over 1,000 square feet essentially. So this is what we get. Rael says I live in Lee Valley now. So the other thing I was doing, shout to Chris, I'm comfortable being surrounded by what I like, so I did some thank you! I don't like watching fake YouTubers. Thank you! Oh, speaking of YouTubers, in my description box, I have 3 people listed, or 3 one's a company and 2 are people. So Layla Sophia, love her channel. She is so bubbly. I I am not I I am not on the radar of the row because the row is at a price point I just is not in my realm of reality, nor is it anywhere near me, or have I ever seen it in person. But watching her videos, I'm like, "I really want that bag." It's like she is so infectious. She is so happy and bubbly, and it's like, "I like you. I wish I lived closer. I wanna be your friend." Like, literally, I wanna be your friend. And then the other person I linked is Jonathan P. Now he's harder to find because that's why I linked him in my box because he's, only has 68 subscribers, but he bought his first ever Dooney& and Burke. So exciting. And he has the most adorable cats on his last video. And then the other one, Love Luxury, is a company out of England that has a storefront in England and one in Dubai, and they're so cool. Um, I just like watching. I learned a lot just by watching what they put out. It's pretty cool. Um, they don't like watching. Okay, Ace, you're perfect the way you are. I love listening to you. You're smart and kind. Oh, thank you, Ace. Um, Agreed. Burger Boy, I understand that, and it doesn't bother me, but I am extremely OCD. Yes, yes. Most of my friends, my minimalist friends, my house drives them crazy. I actually don't have them come over because my house gives them anxiety. I go to their house, but you know, she also doesn't watch my YouTube. She has to physically restrain herself from not cleaning but straightening up things because she wants to reorganize my house every time she comes in. Oh, um, Do you see that Sophia hit 1,000? Yes, she did. Leah, she's so oh, and go make a comment. Go watch her 1,000 subscriber video. Subscribe to her, and then make a comment. She's gonna be gifting a gift for her 1,000 subscriber subs. But go watch her videos too. She did one about her mother's The Row collection that I am just in awe of. The bag, the India bag, which I thought I liked before. Okay, when I'm telling you in my description box that my wish list for 2024 has changed. It has. I'll tell you in a second. Let me catch up on the chats real quick. She's very upbeat, but I'm not a fan of the Row or Celine. Really? Oh yeah, but that's probably not all she has. Um, Linda S, me too. I'm a bit OCD, but Jackie's the real deal. I love your channel, Jackie. Just thank you, Bri. Hey, good morning, Jeanette. I'm OCD about my space. Other people's space don't bother me. That's awesome, D. Um, I grew up in a house where everything had a perfect, and I wasn't allowed to. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. That's exactly what I grew up with, which is why I can't do it. I tell people I grew up in a museum. Both all my entire family, everything was a museum. Everything was displayed just so. Everything was very expensive. Everything was just perfect. Most things were handcrafted. Like you're not gonna believe this, guys, but I have a coffee table in my garage that's hand carved teak wood, um, that I have no space for in my house. It's beautiful. It's custom made. It's one of the most beautiful pieces of furniture I have, and I have no room for it because I don't have the house for a custom. I mean, I used to end tables that are also hand carved teak wood over in my bedroom, but this is my dad's living room furniture that I just don't have. It's too valuable to not keep. They're family heirlooms. He custom ordered them. They're beautiful, but I have no place for them. But my whole family was like this. I grew up with like statuary and things you can't touch. And oh my gosh, the one time we broke a statue, I was like, oh my God. Like, and then you have to admit, like, oh, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. So anyway, my mother still is just like, why do you like plastic? It's plastic. They're Legos, Mom. Legos. It's not just plastic. They're Legos. Oh gosh. Birkin Boy says I love Selena for old Celine to new though. Um, no, I don't. Linda S. Okay. What Sophia? It's in my description name. It's in my description box. If you hit the three dots more, there's 3 links, and one of them is Leah Sophia. She's the first one. Um, Layla is Lela Sophia. Um, um, Luxation, exactly, museum, me too. Italian porcelain was in my house. It's sometimes broken. My dad would freak, and I would have to know. Yeah, like the Lalique, I didn't have any problem seeing that Lalique go somewhere else, or the Laladro porcelain statuary. Like everybody used to have these things, and now nobody does. Like as I've told you, I have broken. Actually, I may not have told you. I have broken more crystal glassware than I care to admit in life. And I drink wine, if I do drink wine, if I get to choose how I drink my wine, out of a coffee mug because I have broken crystal, lots of it. So I don't I look at crystal like it's a viper. I look at crystal like, please don't break. Please. Oh my goodness. Um Let me see. Got it. Thanks. Linda S, just surprised that they're overpriced. It's just about everything. Oh, everything's overpriced. Legos are overpriced. It's plastic, you know. But it is a stuff of legends. I agree with you, D. Uh, Jennifer, you are right about the selling of family homes. Yeah, nobody keeps them. Well, even if you can keep them. So my mother's home in Denmark is $1 million, which is excessively expensive. It's the location it's at. It's my stepfather's father built the house, and it's in a very beautiful suburbs, about 30 minutes from Copenhagen. It is off a tributary to a major waterway. It's next to a national park. It is a gorgeous home. He's in the 1%, guys, of Denmark. So it's beautiful, but none of their kids, can I mean, Jennifer and I are in America. The other 2 kids are in Denmark, but even if something happens, nobody can afford the taxes on that house, guys. It's gonna have to be sold when something happens to the parents. It's like nobody has the income. My Klaus's take-home income in retirement is my gross monthly income working full time. So it's not quite enough for them. They rent out part of the property. It's a 2 flat, you know, it's a two-story house that's 2 flats, and, so 1 flat just pays for taxes every year because the house is and they have a mortgage on it, but because they did some reconstruction, but anyway, their house is beautiful, but nobody can afford it. So and I told mom, like, "Mom, don't give us your house." I says, "If you put us in your will," and I've told her this, she's not gonna listen to me, I said, "The other 2 daughters, they can't afford to buy us out. They're the Danish ones. Leave them the house. We don't need your house, mom." Mom's insisting. She goes, "This is your family heirloom. This is my property that I wanna give you." It's like, "Mom, sell it. This is sell it before you die. Move to Thailand." You know, heirloom. So all the property they have in Thailand, they're not gonna leave to us because we're not Thai citizens, and the way it works, they're leaving it to the other 2 kids, right? And I said, "Mom, don't worry about it. We're working. We have a life. I don't want you to die. Live forever. I don't want your stuff. Give your stuff to the other 2 kids." They're younger than me, you know? And mom's like, "No, you're my children." I'm like, "I know. I love you, and you love me, and we get that. I don't need your stuff." So, let me catch up on some of the chats because y'all been talking. Um, let's see. D says, I have cats. It is, breakable. It's in the curio cabinet. I'm not concerned about it." That's where cats break things. Yes, true. Luxational. Girl, guess who has all that Italian porcelain now? Me. I kept what I wanted gifted some, and guess what? I I felt amazing and boxing up what I didn't want, and I crashed my oh my god. That is years of therapy, luxational, years of therapy, um, of relief when you smash something like that. I wish I could have taken those stupid Dresden porcelain statues and tossed them. Um, let's see, luxational, I sure did Birkin voice. Sometimes I feel bad, but I couldn't keep it all. Um, Latina, hello and good afternoon. Hey, Latina. Um Loved your unboxing from yesterday, Rael. Oh, I missed Rael. I missed your unboxing. I'm still catching up on videos, and I have a ton of videos come through this morning I haven't watched. I was really busy yesterday, but I wanted to show you guys what else I was doing yesterday because, yeah, you're like, "Jackie, it's still you've been talking for 42 minutes. You're still talking about Saturday." Yeah, so much stuff happened. So we got back from, San Antonio, and then I cleaned everything. I reorganized everything. Look at the nightmare. I put all my favorite Mickey Mouses on top because I have dogs that think, tearing apart stuffed animals is fun, so all my things I love the most, I have to be up high. Um, so I have and you'll see this, I'm working on doing this whole video, but do you see this? This is a vintage see the clouding over here? This is a vintage Dooney& and Burke. This is what happened in the old way whenever they put a coating. So when they put the coating on this canvas, in the day, it was clear and crystal, but over 20 years of life, it's fogged and lifting, right? Whatever process they used back then wasn't as good as they do now. So now their canvas doesn't do this from what I understand, but I was tearing and removing, um, the coating. So this coating comes off in, let me show you. It looks like this. So it yellows, and what's really happening is this material is dehydrating. It's dehydrating, shrinking, and yellowing. And so when I'm cutting it out, it's just like a plastic sheet. It and you can feel it's a little brittle now because it's plastic like. So but look at how beautiful the original cotton canvas underneath this is. You could still feel a little bit of residue from whatever adhesive was used, and you can actually see a little bit of the adhesive right here. Now, so the way this works is this is a fabric which a coating and then they stitch the leather on top of it. So underneath the leather is still the coating, the canvas coating. So I'm taking um embroidery scissors, very sharp embroidery scissors, and I'm cutting and pulling, pushing and cutting so it doesn't cut the fabric. Um Jessica, your new Coach bag looks so nice. Oh, no, I actually, Rael, I did see that. You got the Madison, the quilted Madison, which is beautiful. They're not making the quilted Madison anymore, which is why it's 50% off and it's still beautiful. Um, Oh, I didn't finish. I'm still working on it. It's like I'm showing you that there's this bit here and I haven't done the ends and I'm still working because it's really rough on your hands. And it's a little nerve-wracking now when says what did hers, she used an X-Acto knife. That's very tricky because you can easily cut the cotton. But when I'm done with this, I'm going to actually use a soap and wash this because you can feel, so I don't know how this is gonna react to water. I don't know. This is an experiment, guys. Um, and I'm gonna see how it goes, but I love the way it looks, and then when I'm done, I'm probably gonna spray, a coating protectant on this canvas, but look how beautiful this is, that all these bags are sitting there. People are getting rid of them because of what they look like now, this. Nobody wants to carry this. And the leather's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Um, did you get to find a home for the coach? What coach, Latina? Jackie, I had a purple multi in 2003, and over the years, I got the film, and my young self didn't know it could come. Yeah, nobody. I mean, I didn't know either. But yeah, you can remove the old vintage clouded canvas. See, it kind of starts the bubble right here, and that's where you put your first cut in. Is where it's already lifting away from the fabric. So people don't know, and they donate these. You know. Um, Oh, good. Birkin Boy, I didn't know that. There's a spray cleaner you can use to remove sticky residue. Yeah, help a girl out. Send me a link if you know what it is because I didn't know that. I did not know that. I sold it a while ago. Now I wish, yeah, I know. And I got this for like $20 with tax and shipping probably off of eBay because nobody wanted this. I got it for like $9 or something because nobody's like, well, I don't want to carry it, but I don't want to get rid of it, but I kind of want to sell it, so I bought it, and I'm like, yeah. Here we are, original canvas. Um, thank you, Perky Boy. Um, I had the matching coin case too. But that's so if you do see one for cheap, like at the Goodwill or Salvation Army or thrifting, pick one up and see if you can do this. Now, not every style is gonna be conducive. Like the one that says what gave me has hearts, and this one is just the classic D&B colored signature. But I really enjoy this. Oh, Birkin Boy, I wanted to show you. I forgot to send you the photo. Um, as I ram into things. Um, I was telling Birkin Boy that you'll see this video in February, but the only Dooney and Burke bag I really would recommend for him is this one. This one. It's called the Clayton. Now, this is the bag I think he would like. It's large. Well, it's larger for me. I don't think it's large for him. Um, it's a beautiful leather. It's called the Clayton by Dooney and Burke Florentine leather. Now, this is vintage. This is not vintage. This is older. This has coloration, wear marks. It's lived in. It's gorgeous. It's aged beautifully. You will not believe the before and after on this, because I got this off Goodwill. Was it Goodwill? It might have been no. I think this was eBay, and I think it was $50. This is like $500 bag because the hardware came off and was missing. So I contacted Dooney and Burke, and I was like, Dooney, can you replace the hardware? And they're like, yes, we can. And we would be happy to do it for you. It took 2 months to happen, but it happened. And I have a perfectly beautiful, wonderful bag again. All it needed was hardware replacement. That was it. And then they did reseal. It was splitting. I think they said they resealed the handles, which I didn't even ask for. I just wanted them to put the hardware. There was missing one piece of hardware and one piece of hardware here. That was it. They still make this bag. So they had the hardware. It's just riveting. This bag is amazing, right? It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous bag. And even on the resale market, these run for $200, $300 because they're originally $500, if not more now. Um, yeah, Birkin Boy. Yes, please thumb up the live. Thank you. Um, D says this is amazing, Jackie. The Clayton, I'll keep that. Yes, the Clayton. They still make it. This bag is beautiful. You can find this pre-loved. And I think pre-loved is better because like all Florentine Dooney bags, they get better with age. Now, if you don't like the look of the age, then don't buy this bag. Literally, don't buy this bag because this is what's going to happen. When you buy it brand new, it'll be a little stiffer, it'll be shiny, it'll be beautiful, it'll be perfect. But then as you wear it, it's going to get dark spots and light spots and little marks here and there. It's going to, but this is what to me is the epitome of a leather bag. This is what I want my leather bags to do. I want them to do this. And I bought that broken in already. Like, thank you, whoever owned this for 10 years or more. And the other thing I was doing was this. So this is a gift I got from Linda S. She sent this to me for my birthday. And I have been embroidering on top of it because the print screen on this fabric makes it hard to really see the detail of this carriage. So let me get this really close. So I'm putting beads and I'm putting embroidery silk on top of the line work so that this will look really amazing when it's done. I need to order some more beads and I'm gonna continue on with the carriage and it's gonna be amazing, guys. This is gonna be amazing. And I haven't figured out what I want to do with the journey, lettering yet, but I'm still working on this. It's gonna take me a while. This is so much fun. I'm having so much fun doing this. Um, it's very soothing. So I'm listening to Super Jacobs live, and I'm sitting there stitching one of his merch items. Um, So do you put something else on the canvas after you finish or just leave it as is? Oh, you mean this canvas? This I'm gonna put a coating on it, yes. I'm not gonna so it's just gonna be a cotton bag with leather, you know? So you would put like after you take off the residue, I'm gonna use like Colonel Carbon Pro, and it's like same thing like Scotch Guard. It's just a protectant seal over the fabric. Oh, yeah, I do embroidery and needlepoint, and I have a lot of hobbies. But they come and go, and I love reading, I love shopping has become my thing because for 3 years with my arm with orthopedic issues, I wasn't able to do stitching. So now that I'm able to stitch again, I'm trying to I honestly don't need to buy another project for the rest of my life, I have so many. Um, but the way your arms have to move and because of my working and my it was too much stress, so I had to stop, and now that I can do it again, I'm slowly getting back into my embroidery. Embroidery is actually really fun. It's not as hard as it looks. It's just time consuming and a little tedious, which apparently I love doing. I told you, my grandparents were old school, and as long as I sat down and was doing something constructive, I could. Like either I was cleaning, cooking, and I'm not saying I was Cinderella. I'm just saying that you couldn't be idle, you know? So you could read. I could do embroidery. These were ladylike approved hobbies. I couldn't, so if I sat down and did embroidery for hours, it was fine. I could sew and mend and I could just do whatever, um, quietly, and it was fine as long as I was quiet. Like they didn't care. Um, let's see. Oh, Linda S. It holds a lot, by the way. Yes, the bag. Raelle Super Jacob had a cute Vivian Westwood. Oh my gosh, Raelle, that Vivian Westwood, I wanted it so bad. I'm on Ban Island, and it's been a struggle. I've been on Ban Island for 2 days, and it's been a struggle. And not only when I told you Friday about Ban Island, when I got off my live on Friday, bing, you won a bid. I'm like, "What bid? What did I bid on? When did I do this?" So apparently 6 days ago, I put on a bid on eBay, and I won it. And I'm like, "Well, heck." There goes my Ban Island, like, okay, it doesn't count. I technically put that bid in 6 days ago. So, but, and then today, I'm looking at one of my groups and another gorgeous bag shows up. I'm like, "Jackie, I don't have space. I have no space. I cannot do it." But that Vivian Westwood bag, I wanted it. I really want a good Vivian Westwood bag. I super do. I super, super and I blame Jacob, completely blame him for this. Absolutely 1000%. Jeanette says I have 2 or 3 Coach bags or 4 Coach bags. Riel, Jackie, well, that's a lot. That's 6 days. It just doesn't count, right? Right? It doesn't count. It does not count. That Vivian Westwood bag is cute, but useless. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not into tiny bags, but see that bag, Linda, or wait a minute, D, is, they have a larger version. They have one that's this big, but it's $1,000. I'm like, "Okay, this one for $1,000 or this one for, like, on sale for 250." But what I really want from Vivienne Westwood is the Jasmine bag or whatever it's called, and the granny bag. There's a granny bag on there that is just so cute. I do like little pouches. I do not little bag pouches, like, I use little bags in my big bags. So I use them for lipsticks and mostly lipsticks, but, like, I take sugar packets and, like, dental picks and stuff like that, so I put all those cute little bags in the bigger bag. Prior purchase don't count. Yes, Birkin boy. So he and I are on this together. So he's gonna make it to his birthday. I'm trying to make it to April, and then hopefully James said if he can make it to April, he'll be proud of me. I'm like, "I'm trying." Um, Raelle says, "I have to go on a low buy come February." Oh, yeah, we all do. D, I totally get I'm not the biggest fan either. SLGs cost as much as big bags. Yes, they do. And because the construction is still just as complicated, it's just smaller. Um, I'm a low buy for the foreseeable future. Yes, D. Super Jacob has great taste in bags. Yes. Um, Burger Boy, FedEx says my Atlantis will be delivered Tuesday. Yes, it's so exciting. I can't believe how long it's taken that bag to show up, Birkin Boy. It's like it had to be I feel like they had to construct it, make it, and then personally fly it over. It's taken so long, you know. Chat with Chris, I'm trying to go all year without buying a bag unless it's from some old some reason, yeah. No, I can trade bags, guys, and I can sell bags. I just can't purchase. So new bags can show up. I just can't just flat out buy them. I can trade for them, like one in, one out. So I'll probably have some bags for trade versus sell. Um, because I have a lot of bags. I need space. I'm thinking of getting the normal size. Yes, beautiful steps. Yes, that normal for 363 grams. Yes, I actually really like the croc embossed um Vivian Westwoods. I do think they're really pretty. That's what happens, Chris. I say that, but yeah, the opportunities are what's hard, right? The opportunities are hard. Um Took 4 weeks to the day exactly. 4 weeks seems like a long time for something that they're launching that they should just have, you know? But, um, I don't do, Jeanette, I don't do diamond art because it's too fiddly with not the details of placing the diamonds on the paper, it's actually the adhesive sticky back that drives me crazy. I have to be able to put things down and leave it, and my that's one thing that I like to do things in, sections and areas, and the way diamond painting is, you really have to do it in rows and, you know, so I don't do diamond art at all, but I my friend does, and she's given me a bunch of hers. She finds it very soothing and relaxing. I don't. That's one thing that causes me a lot of stress. But, okay, so Jacob's live yesterday, he was talking about what's happening now with, high-end luxury brands because the EU has put through that you can't destroy your old merchandise. Like that's a vote. I don't know how this vote happened, but they did this vote. And I was kind of thinking like, well, Louis Vuitton and Hermes, they're in France, so they're part of the EU. But companies that have incorporated are based out of England are not part of the European Union. They're separate, so that it won't apply to the British companies. And I think that's Chanel. Not that I think Chanel destroys anything, but, because I think Chanel put their headquarters in Britain, and, they're not part of the European Union, so it's only those companies in the European Union that can't destroy their goods, so they were talking about how goods are trickling down to, um, discount outlets because you can't destroy them, what do you do with them, you know? D says, "I have some diamonds art coasters that I'm working on." Oh, see, coasters I might be able to do. They're smaller. Don says, "Other than Jack D, Ed, and Rail, does anyone else here have a YouTube channel?" Um, hmm. Chris does. Chats with Chris. Mm. Oh, thumb up the live, guys. Um, I would love to find Chanel at Ross or T. I don't think Chanel does that. Chanel does by invitation only sales, and I think they're able to liquidate their things. Um, but I have seen at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and all those places. I have seen Michael Kors. I mean, and these aren't high end luxury, but you do see some of the other brands in there. Like I have seen. Have I? Well, at least okay, no, I haven't. I don't shop enough in stores to really know, but I normally see what's the highest end brand I've seen in TJ Maxx. Sometimes they're in glass cases, and I don't actually look in those glass cases. Probably Gucci, but Gucci jewelry. I've seen some Gucci jewelry. Um, I don't think I've seen Gucci bags though. But that just guys, I live in the Texas Triangle, which is like when I talk about that, it's like I'm between San Antonio, Austin, Houston, Dallas. That's like the triangle of all wealth in Texas, it seems like. Well, I mean, a lot of wealth is in West Texas, but economy and all those nice stores, and there's a lot of humanity. These are some of the largest cities in the United States. You're talking Houston, San Antonio. I mean, these are top 10 cities of population in the United States. So we have a lot of people buying things. So when I go to these stores, it's hard to find them. Um, Birkin Boy says Chanel sales are invitation only, never include bags or oh, so it's just their okay, interesting. Is liquidating junk. Rael says, yeah, TJ Maxx can sell luxury online, but I don't know. Fendi. I've seen Fendi and I've seen Longchamp at some of those online. Yes. I've seen Gucci bags at TJ Maxx in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, because Phoenix is a wealthy area. Well, not Phoenix itself, but people who travel to Phoenix. Phoenix is a vacation spot for Los Angeles. TJ Maxx near me doesn't have any luxury. So like Dawn loves couture. She finds Lagos jewelry at her TJ Maxx, which is pretty dang expensive. And pay they don't. I don't think Cami said they sell Gucci, but by hers. Some do, some don't. It's just stock, really. And how long it stays there. People here buy that stuff. It doesn't last. Chanel, okay, Dom Donuts, yes, I wasn't a bag, it was a card holder, but they also have Fendi sunglasses. Birkin Boy Chanel burns their unsold leather goods insane, but they have to because you know what? They're not part of the EU, so they're not part of that. You can't destroy your goods. They're incorporated in Britain, so that would make sense that they'd be like, yeah, no, we can burn our stuff. And Jolie too. Wait, what? Oh, Jolie had the channel. Is she here? I didn't see her. Those I never, get the luck to find stuff like that. Well, if you do, the thing is most of the time you find the stuff, it's damaged. It's not actually and you're gonna find smaller things, old season things. They're not gonna be super cool things, honestly. Okay, I have a friend in Ontario, Canada, that she did some pictures for me and Elvis and Indiana Jones one, but do you ever go to Amazon to buy the diamond art stuff? I don't. I don't buy them. That's the sad Birkin. Boy, right. Chef Chris Valentino. Yes, I have seen Gucci, Fendi, Burberry, Celine. I've seen them all. These brands in Ross and TJ Maxx. Yes. Celine, I haven't. That'd be cool to come across. Rail's Closet. Okay, friends, time for me to finish cleaning up after the holidays finally and get some rest. Oh, thank you, Rail. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Birkin Boy. Tina sells luxury goods on um their site under Runway. That's okay too. For live TJ Maxx. Okay, yeah. I know web sense are not autocorrect is ridiculous. I'll spell completely right words and they'll change it for me. I'm like, excuse me. Okay, but I know people I've been here for an hour and I said I had an unboxing. Let me do the unboxing. Oh, before I do the unboxing, not a tease, I promise. My 2024 wish list. What has changed? So you know how I've always wanted the Hermes Bolide? I think I might have changed that. I think I want the the bag from the row called the India. That bag is freaking cool. I mean, awesome. No, I mean I can't afford either of them, so they're like my pie in the sky, you know. And I can have dreams. So my dream, I would like ranking them. You know, I'm gonna put, like, Ralph Lauren Ricky, then I'm gonna do, like, the Row, India bag, and then I'm gonna put the Bolide on the 3rd. So, see, I have a top 3 wish list, guys. Who knew? You know? I should write this down so I can remember it and see and revisit this conversation in a year. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get these. These are lifetime wishes, right? So they're like, if it just happens, yay! I really like so I watched Caleb's video on the Ricky bag, and I think that bag is cool. Um, I think it's really pretty. I like it. So if you see all 3 of these bags, the Ricky bag, the India bag, the Bolide bag, there's a theme. So you can see what I like. It's very much I'm very much attracted to that look. Do you not keep a running list of your No, I don't actually, Birkin Boy. I don't have a running wish list. I don't. I never have. Um, I just I've never had super for a long, long time, my dream bag was just getting a Speedy 25, and that was it. And my whole LV journey happened because my family member gave me a fake bag. I didn't know it was fake. They told me it was real, and it wasn't real. And that led me down the spiral of buying all these vintage bags to because I really thought I had a vintage Celine. I thought I had a vintage Speedy, and when I didn't, I really disliked the counterfeit market in general. So I it led me down a spiral, and I felt like and then I ended up buying things based on what other people told me I should like versus what I really liked. So what I found out was I love LV. I admire them. I would love to own them, but they're things I buy to look at, and I like to buy things to use. So that's why I like the Louis or the Ralph Lauren Ricky, even though it's very pricey. I could buy a Louis Vuitton. I would probably use the Ricky before used the Louis Vuitton, and like the Row bag, the India bag. I think that bag is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Um, and also the Bolide. I think the Bolide is beautiful, but I can have a dome bag in many, many brands. I don't need to have an Hermes Bolide. I have that shape in many, many, many other brands, but I don't have the India or the Ricky, and I think the Ricky is I like the Ricky more than I like the Birkin. I know, shocker. Um, I just really like it. I just think it's pretty. I like all the little attachments and the hardware, and I just think it's pretty. Birkin Boy, oh my god, I have 4 pages wish list on my desk agenda organized by my designer and category. Yeah, no, I have 3 bags. It's just brand new. I'll go home. Actually, no, I am home. When I go to the office, see, this is how much I'm at the office that I call my office my home, my other home, my office, and I'll write it in that agenda. It's nice to have aspirational wishes, right? And mine are 3 bags. It's not like a lot, but you start somewhere. Beautiful says Friday I saw Marc Jacobs tote and camera bags at TK Maxx and Kurt Geiger and Gucci. That's pretty dang awesome. I've never seen the Marc Jacobs tote at the oh, do you know that Marc Jacobs right now is having a sale, or they did have a sale where it was like 50% off the J Mark bags? I was like, oh, I'm on Ban Island. But I look. I still can look. It's self-torture, but it's okay. D says the Ricky was nice. I like the Bolide, but I have Almas, and that's the thing. D the Bolide is such a classic universal shape. The only reason I would want the Bolide is because I want the Hermes Bolide, not because I want a dome bag. I have dome bags. You little Watson, my little puppies out here. You are a bad puppy. You can go outside whenever you want, and you pee in our house. Pugs are not very bright. Um, Keep in mind that India is a new release. Oh, I'm not gonna be buying it. I mean, seriously, Birkin Boy, it'll probably take me 5 years before I can buy that bag, if ever. It's like a $3,000 bag. I don't have that. And even if I did, I couldn't I would it's like a vacation with James or a bag. Now, I would always pick the bag, but I'm a couple, and in this couple, he has a say, and he's gonna say, "No, Jackie." He goes, "I would rather go on vacation." But Jeanette says, "I want the Alma bag." I have 3 of them, Jeanette. Okay, let me open this box because it's been sitting here for, like, 5 days or so, and it's since I had so many things to unbox, I just haven't unboxed this. Now, guys, don't laugh at me when you see this because some of you might. You're like, "Jackie, don't you have that exact bag?" Yes. Yes, I do. In a different color, but the exact bag. You know that video tag going around that I liked it so much I bought it twice? I can't do that tag. I need the tag that says I liked it so much I bought it 5 times. I have that in like the zip satchel from Dooney. I have 5. Um Burger Boy, did you all watch Toast Jean video yesterday? I'm obsessed with the orange Alma GM. Yes, Burger Boy, you need that. I mean, you're on Van Island too, but it'll still be there. It'll still be there when you're off Van Island. I think you just keep an eye on it. Um, what do you have monogram? So here's the box. Yes, these are all live unboxings. I never actually unbox and rebox. Everything is right here. First impressions matter. You're like, "Jackie, it's a brown bag." Yes, it is. Orange and green. Do you want that Alma more than you want the Pharrell? Burger Boy? Exactly, Burger Boy. You gotta put stuff in it while you're on bed. Yeah. So you're like, "Jackie, don't you have that exact same color combination just in the opposite way?" Yes, yes, I do. So the other one I have like this is the white with the beige, and this is the beige with the white. I know, luxational, you're laughing. Not luxational, but beautiful steps. Um Beautiful steps. I have a wish list with 255 vintage coach bought around 40, so it will take years. Yes. I want them both, I can't choose. Just buy them both. Yeah, I know, right? Um, I know, right? I know, Chris, I know. This is why I love this bag. I think it's called the Bedford. Is it called the Bedford? They're all named after, yeah, Bedford Row Dark Berg, if it's called. And originally this is a small top handle one. And it's like 298. Um, I love this bag. I have this. I think the other one is a little bit bigger than this one. I think the other one I have is bigger, but I don't my memory could be wrong. It's in my closet. So when I do my Radley of London, I will have 2 of the exact same bag. I love this bag. It's like, and I hate divided compartments, but somehow this bag is the exception to all exceptions. I love it. I love the way it looks. And yes, it looks like a Fendi because you know what? Guess what I have next to me? A little Fendi. You'll see this video too in February. So when I saw the Bedford, I'm like, "That looks so much like a Fendi." I mean, like, look at this. This is, like, inspirational, a little beyond inspirational, guys. This is I mean, this is like, "Well, this is a popular style. Let's just do it this way and add a crossbody." Um, what Elmas do you have? I like monogram or damier. I don't have any Elmas, Jeanette. I bought 2 Logans, 2 colors, Highland P. Oh my goodness, that's a little Fendi. Yeah, that little Fendi is you'll see that video in February. That is from Ed Braun and I. He'll we did a bag swap. So he got one of my bags, I got one of his bags. He bought that bag and he did a restoration on it, but he didn't like the result. Not that he didn't like the bag, he just had a vision didn't come to fruition. So I says, "Well, if you want this other thing I have, he was the one who offered to trade with me." I'm like, "Yes, yes, I'll send it to you." So that video should be coming out in February. So I already filmed mine. He hasn't filmed his yet. But so anyway, I love this bag. It's so soft. This is why I don't know how these are gonna wear long term. I'm new to the brand of Radley of London, but I liked this bag a lot, and it was on sale, so I had to get it. It was part of my Christmas haul from my sister Lee, who gave me a gift card. So I bought this off Amazon, but it came from, a lot of vendors sell through Amazon, especially outlet things. Like, you can get Dooney, has bags on Amazon too, direct from Dooney, and Radley London is one of those companies also. Um, hey, and Andrea, happy Sunday. I'm half listening, haven't finished. Um, well, I'll be back. Yay! I have 3 Marc Jacobs de totes. One is in blue. I never saw it here. I know I don't see Radley. Oh, okay. Beautiful Steps. I swear they are giving us different bags because every time I show you a bag, you're like, "That wasn't in Europe." Like, and you're in the UK. Like, they should be in the U this is a British brand, you know? It should be there, but I feel like what they do, um, with American Coach, like, a lot of there's Coach bags that never come to America. They're made here, or well, not made here, they're designed here. They're from America, but they're only for, like, the Asian market. I feel like the British people are giving us the British bags only for the American market, and these are I get a lot of them through Macy's. The Macy's has picked them up, and I think because right now it's still kind of new in America, people are kind of like, "Well, what is this brand out of London?" That not very many people carry them, so I've been able to get them at really good sales right now. Now, I don't envision this lasting very long because when people discover these bags at the prices they are, they start out better priced than Coach, and I think they're nicer than Coach for contemporary brand new off the rack bags. For $300, I think that is actually appropriate. I would be tempted to buy that if I had $300. Now, I bought it for over $100, and that was a better price point for me. Um, so I have 2 in opposite colorways. I know, right? Right? Um, have you had their Cheetos at a nut store for sure? Um, yeah, no, and right now they're having like a 60% off sale on their store, and again, I think Radley of London, very much like Coach, does a lot of sales on their seasonal things, seasonal colors, and they just clear them out. They're like, "Okay, Um, we're done with this color." It's not, and I think they're still making the Bedford. They're still making these bags. There's a new colorways coming out. Birkin Boots is I was on Coach at 3 this morning, and the Rogue 31 has gone up to $800. I was like, "What?" I know, $800. Not even for um a special, like, finish. It's just the regular Rogue. It doesn't have exotic accents, it's just a normal Rogue, 800 bucks. Mhm. That's what I'm telling you, 6 to $800, and they have a new bag that just came out, the Idol, like, it literally just came out this fall, brand new. I was at Disney when it first came out and dropped. It's now 40% off because it started off at $700. I'm like, "I don't know who you're selling the $700 teeny tiny bag to," but apparently it didn't do well because now it's 40% off. Um, Coach shouldn't cost more than 500. They need to have several. Rogue is not worth that period. No, I don't think it is, and I have 3 Rogues, and I had a Rogue for $800, but it was the Rogue 39, and it was the Surf and Mint collection, and it was on sale for $800. It was originally $1,200. I don't have it any longer. I traded it away for 10, I feel like 10 bags, but probably more like 5. Um, Doonies, which I'm happier with. Mm. Call me crazy. How is the 31,800 and the 39 is 1,000? That seems disproportionate to me. I agree. And I also think that they're lost their marbles when it comes to those prices. I don't know. Now, I follow a lot of Coach groups in Facebook, and a lot of people have bought like the Lana. Surprisingly, that Lana bag sold pretty well. Like, people really liked the Lana. But then as soon as it came out, I also saw it being resold. So I was like, "Wait, what?" So and then, um, like the Idol bag, the Rogue 30, what's it called? The big one, the larger Rogue, the Rogue 39 in the mixed fur, it seems to be pretty popular. People were liking that one. I don't like that one. The mixed shearling. Um, But I don't think these bags are $1,000 worth $1,000. I really don't. And a lot of people don't even like the Rogue 39, by the way, or the 31. They like the 25 or 20. A lot of people say that the classic Rogue is too heavy, but it's not. It's not heavy for me at all. And I have shoulder issues. But then I don't put in the Rogue what I guess other people carry, like which is a lot more stuff than I. Um D, there is absolutely nothing from Coach that should cost more than $400. Um, D, I like my little Lana. It's a great bag. You're right. See, the Lana was very popular, but the big one was very expensive, guys. It's not inexpensive, but the Lana was a hit. Where the Idol bag, I've not seen anybody carry that bag, and they put a lot of a price premium on that one. I have so many Zip Zip satchels that do need in different colors. Yes. I think I have 5. I don't know. That's gonna be one of my collection videos is how many Zip Zip satchels do I own? Um, Beautiful says, "Before getting a Rogue for 800, I prefer a Winnie for 950." Yes, yes. Do you know they redid the Willis, right? That you can get a current Willis made in style of the old Willis right now off of Coach? Jeanette says, "I only have the Louis Vuitton 6-key holder." Jessica Chris, "I feel all brands are too expensive. If I'm being honest, I don't think any LV should be more than 350, 300, 3,500." Well, you're paying for the prestige of the brand. That's really all it is. You're paying a brand price, not a quality or cost price. It's you want to either you want to support the brand or you like the brand or you like knowing you have a piece of that design, that history. I have um a couple LVs, I have Fendis, I have a Fendi, I have Ferragamo, I have quite a few Ferragamo. I really like Ferragamo. But here's the thing, Ferragamo is from what I understand, started as a shoe company where, you know, Hermes started out as a saddle company, which I think is a little bit more prestigious, I guess, but I like Salvatore Ferragamo a lot. And, I also like Stuart Weitzman, but these are Bally, but these are brands I learned about because of shoes. I don't know which came first, the shoes or the bags, but, um, I also like Jimmy Choo. I like their bags. But again, Jimmy Choo was a shoe company. Um, Quality. Mhm. Yes, Jessica Chris, I want to support people who supported the brand. I usually buy my LVs. I buy all my stuff pre-loved if I can. Um, this is gorgeous Jackie. Quality is out of style. Yes, quality is out of style. Ferragamo shoes are unmatched. They are truly are. Yes, if you've actually watched how shoes are made from by hand, Ferragamo, I think, is still one of the last companies, and maybe Stuart Weitzman, where you can have molds of your feet made to make custom made shoes for you. It's expensive, I mean, but they'll do it still. They still do handmade shoes, like, who does that? There's a lot of shoe production that still is hand done because machines can't do everything. They can do a lot, they can't do everything. Um, I love the color combination. Yeah. Birkin boy, did you know that a Chanel medium classic flap only cost $174 to produce, and we pay wow. See, that's what surprises me, Birkin Boy. If it cost $147 to make it, and we pay $9,000 to buy it, and that's for a Chanel. How much does a Coach really cost? Or a Michael Kors bag really cost? Like, I was watching Leather Tannerstein, and he was saying something like, "Well, this probably only costs $15 to make." I'm like, "What? $15?" I mean, because well, it's also economy of scale, right? If you just made one item, it would not be that cheap, but because you make that item in mass, it's cheaper. Um, that's why I buy vintage bags. Like I say, I understand what the name LV stands for, but the quality isn't there. It's not there anymore. Vintage LV for me, thanks. I agree, D. Like 15 to 20 bucks. Yeah, I know, right? 15 to 20 bucks to make a coach that they're charging you $800 for. I love Radley London too. Yay, Bri. Thank you. I do too. I love it. It's my new favorite brand. And it pains me to say this because I really try to support American designers. I really do. I like American designers. I'm an American. I like living here. Um, I like, I like to support, and it's like, but I really like Radley London. It's like, I like this. I know, I mean, it's my forefathers came from Britain, well, Ireland and Britain. My grandmother came from Ireland. My grandfather's people were a mix genetically of, Scottish. They were originally Morrisons, and then Morrisons and Kings, and then my grandmother was a Hennessy and a Cole. So, um yeah, I have all this family history. I mean, I actually get to know a lot of my family history going back 5 generations. No kids. And my sister's kids, they're not gonna care. Latina, would it be improper to voice my desire of a fair trade? I am not a PC literate to sell online. I would love to trade, would love to lessen my bigger totes. Latina? Trade away with me. My email is listed on my abouts page. I love trading bags. Trading bags is the most fun. I love bags because one, you had it, and now I get to know you better by knowing something, having something you love, are loved. And I know not everything works for everybody. I love trades. No, no, no. Please email me, find me on Instagram, talk to me. I will trade with you. I love bags. I definitely love bags for my subscribers because then I get to know you more. I mean, how cool is that, right? You know, buying Radley, you are supporting American shops. That's true. That's true. I'm supporting, well, yes, that was Amazon, so that might have been supporting Radley directly, but normally I'm supporting Macy's. A Birkin Boy, but that's crazy. Yes, it's nice to support American designers. However, none of their products are made. No, nothing. Everything's made in China. We're supporting Chinese factories is what we're doing. Um, Latina, I'm interested in trading for a Coach 20 or 25 leather. Oh, I don't have that size, Latina. If anyone's interested in my closet, please let me know. I have an Alana, a Carrie, a Radley London, and so much more. Um, yeah, I don't have a Coach 20 or 25. I like the larger totes. So, I don't have I have 3 Rogues, but they're all the original Rogue size, the 30, which is what I prefer. Um, but no, it's been like crazy town this last 2 days, and I'm actually looking forward to going to work today to just decompress and just sit down and do some grind out some work because Mondays are the worst. It's like you go away for 2 days and your computers rebel, and the computers are like, "Excuse me, we're not working." And then most Mondays is a full staff day or mostly full staff day, and it's staffing, meeting day for the administration. So us production workers, there's not as many of us, but Mondays are busy days, and Mondays are always, we had an update, something broke, something's not working. So I just want to go to work and I just want to knock out some work. We have a deadline coming up. I want to get the deadline done and just chill. Um, Chats, Chris, I had to stop myself, but I really want all the tiny mini bags from Coach. Oh, oh, Co oh, Chats with Chris. The new little mini bags are coming out everywhere right now. They're really just bag charms, but they're calling them mini bags. And constructing a mini bag is actually kind of hard. It's not actually easy to do as seaming and sewing and how you it can take more labor to do a small good than a regular large bag. It just does. And flipping out leather and stitching it in the way they had to stitch it, I look at the construction of the little bags and I'm thinking, wow, how can they sell this for so cheap? Because someone who does sewing, no, I don't sew clothes anymore. I was never really good at clothes sewing because first patterning is a pain in the neck, and piecing clothes is a pain in the neck. Ironing seams I despise doing. So sewing clothes, while I've done it, is not something I'm good at or enjoy. And hand embroidery all day long, but knowing how things are pieced together with patterning, little a wallet, it's more work than a bag. That's why it costs sometimes as much as a bag. All of those slip pockets, all of those finishing details, it's a lot of fiddly work. So I'm still surprised that they can sell those bags so cheaply, or even wallets. It's actually it's not the amount of material. It's the material plus the intricacy of the pattern cutting and then the stitch work. That's hard to do. Um, right? The smaller the bag, the more intense the labor. Just do the size. Yeah, just do the size. It's actually harder to make miniatures. Um, I I don't have time, not no patience to sew nowadays. I asked my daughter. I know, right? It's like when I want to do some quilting because my friend's quilted a quilter, and I'm like, I really and there's this window pattern, it's a classic pattern, been around forever, but the cost of fabric is obscenely expensive. It is if you watch James Jam, she does quilting. She showed part of her Christmas haul, the $300 worth of sale fabric she bought, and it's not that much, guys. Um, so fabric is so expensive. So and it's like you have to pre-wash it because it's even though it's pre-shrunk, you have to pre-wash it. You make sure the dye's set, then you have to iron it out, then you have to cut the pieces out, then you have to have precise stitching, and it's a labor of love. Anybody ever makes you a homemade anything, you love that thing because that took hours. The cost of materials is nothing compared to how much time it took for somebody to stitch, crochet, knit, any of that. It's like that's why when I give away stuff I make by hand, I give it to people that I know will appreciate it because I don't give that away to just anybody. It's like, you know how long it took me to make this? I cannot count the hours. Or actually, I can count the hours, I just don't wanna admit to the hours. Um, Kindness matters, right, Jackie? My grandmother used to sew Barbie clothes for her daughters back in the I did too. When I was a kid, I sewed Barbie clothes. My my parents, although had money, like most people with wealth, keep their wealth by not using it, and, they would buy us a Barbie, but if we wanted Barbie clothes, they didn't think that was worth the money, and they said, "No, no, you have to make your own." So we would make our own Barbie clothes for our Barbies all the time. Not very well. It's very hard to do small stitches. Um, Working guys, so okay, so I have 2 wingback chairs at my dining table. They're, taupe leather. I got a quote to recover them for oh, wow. I said I can just buy new chairs. $2,800. Hmm. I would for both or per yeah, you said per chair. $3,000 per chair for 2 wingbacks. That does come down to the quality of the leather. I have a couple chairs I wanted to recover, and yes, it does cost as much as the sky and the moon, and the labor to deconstruct and reconstruct actually isn't that bad. It'd probably take a day or 5 hours per chair, but it comes down to leather quality and finishing. I don't know. Would you it if those were a good material a good construction to begin with, it comes down to the cushioning. So, my sister did interior design and she sold furniture. So, 8-way hand-tied seat cushions are worth repairing. So it depends on the brand and depends on how it's constructed. Most furniture today is crap, literally crap. Sinuous sinuous wire construction for your cushions, just buy a new one. Um if you're looking for a piece of furniture that actually has wood and steel in it or metal with good construction, it might be worth it. But wingbacks are just, how often do you sit in those, you know? A lot of times it's I don't know. Um Let's see. Fabric here is even more expensive. Factories are at least 2 ship trips away. That's true. Dee, I fell asleep. Did I miss Yes, you did. I'll show but you can catch the replay. I'll show you. Um, Bergen Boy, right? It was Italian leather, but like we've discussed, that's not mean no, it doesn't mean anything. The thickness of the leather and the quality of the leather means more than the origin of tanning or where it's being shipped to. Um Boy, sometimes restoration costs more. Yes, sometimes it does. It depends on the base product of the furniture. If the construction of the furniture is worth it, it might be worth the refurb. But if you can buy, leather furniture now is mostly split leather. It's not actually full grain leather. So the quality of the leather isn't the same. But how many people are keeping chairs for 30 years? You know? Um, I've purchased so many Radley Londons from Macy's. I know, right, Bri? Because the sales have been crazy great. I did doll clothes since I was 5, my 3rd generation seamstress and fashion designer, just not my career now. In your hands, I mean, at some point, you just can't do it. Um, I was late. So this is the unboxing, Dee Dee. They're excellent chairs. Each one weighs 25 pounds. They were expensive to start with. Yeah, Bergen Point. Send me the manufacturer of the chair. And I might. mm, Yeah. Do you want them to be recovered in leather though? Because we recovered us our in a cotton wool twill. I mean, it depends on what you like. Well, you have cats. You have a cat, demon spawn cat, so you might need leather. I don't know. But 3 grand a piece, you definitely could buy a new chair, but, it depends if you like the it for me with chairs, it honestly goes down to the fit and is it comfortable? It's really hard to find well-made chairs. Like, I have handmade wood chairs, that are $750 per wooden chair, and that's a steal, and they're only that cheap because I bought 8, you know? But I do have I mean, the desk I'm talking to you on is a custom ordered, um, pine. I like pine. The furniture actually, the big furniture pieces in my house are made here in Texas by a local artisan, by the same artisan. It's a craftsmanship that is dying. He's in his 60s, almost 70, and he's still making furniture. It's love. He does it for love, and I try to support, um, local artists, so it was an expense, and it was something you can't do very often, but I've had, um, the entertainment center we bought from him 7 years now, and I will not buy a bigger television because we must I says, I spent too much money on this piece of furniture for not to not do what it's supposed to do, so I don't care how big TVs get, the TV we get fits this piece of furniture. Um, I think I'm going to listen to half I think I'm going to go with linen instead for linen's a beautiful textile. So linen as a textile is a linen is probably one of my favorite fabrics, and as a upholstery, gorgeous because it's stretched, right? Linen is a fabric that will live 100 years. It literally will live. The fibers Okay, so if anybody has linen, actual 100% linen, they're long staple fibers. So what that means is you never want to twist the fabric. So when you wring stuff out, you twist. Don't ever do that to linen. When you wash linen, you crumple it to press out the water, and then you hang it, and then you wet it and iron it. I love linen. I don't like wearing linen, but linen is tablecloth, tablewares, napkins, um, my mother has a bunch of it. My sister loved the clothing. My sister had the bed linens, like literally linen sheets. That's a little bit more precarious. The problem with they say don't wash linen in the washing machine is the twisting of the fibers because that will break. It's a long fiber, right? So when you twist it, that's what causes micro breaks, and that's what causes the linen to look shabby over time. But if you wash it the right way, it lasts for 100 years, literally. Even longer in the right conditions. Um, that's amazing. Beautiful steps. Love your channel name. Um, Dee is so pretty. I adore linen wearing it, sleeping on it. Yeah, linen is the most beautiful, breathable, a wonderful misunderstood fiber. Most people are like, I don't flax linen is a plant-based material, like cotton is a plant-based material, but the way you treat it affects its longevity, and the longer you own it, the better it feels. Nothing is better than like 20-year-old linen. It just like I go to thrift stores and I rummage through linen. I rescue the linens for my twin, and sometimes I buy linen to stitch on. As embroidery, you stitch on linen. It's classic. It's like old school. The best embroidery is done on linen. It's just beautiful fabric, beautiful, and you can get it for a steal because in thrift stores because nobody knows anymore. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody uses it. It's old school. Like your grandparents use linen, but the stuff's still around because it doesn't. It just lasts. And if it got a hole in it, I do embroidery. I make that whole part of it. If it gets stain in it, you can re-dye it. It's just a super strong, beautiful fabric. Um, oh yeah, linen goes back to ancient times. It is a staple crop for fabric making. Um, Beautiful steps. Yes, I have, though, thought about it. We have an older gentleman that's been doing all of our furniture for years. It's just hard to trust anyone. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. I don't trust people anymore. Like, I've had contractors especially promise you the moon, and the moon does not happen, you know? I'm happy to get anything close to the contract. Um I love linen, especially in the summer. Doesn't it Oh, yeah, absolutely. Linen wrinkles easily. That is but that's a characteristic of it. If you see somebody in linen, you look like a rumpled mess. You can starch it if it really does bother you, but starching adds stiffness. So, honestly, linen is supposed to be a casual, breezy, summertime beautiful look, beautiful fabrics. It's not supposed to look crisp, clean, and straight laced. That's not the fabric. That's not what it's supposed to do. You want that look, go for a different fabric. But if you want it comfortable, you want something that's cool, and you're in the tropics, wear linen. I think it wrinkles gives it. Oh yeah, it's a total vibe, you know. But if you're anti that vibe, don't get linen, you know? But linen in upholstery, linen in tableware, linen in embroidery, it is all ironed out, you iron it to be straight. You the wrinkling comes with the wearing of the fabric, not the looking or the having of the fabric, right? And upholstery is gonna be stretched out perfectly, it's gonna be fine. Um I have a few meters of linen I got from my grandma to make a dining towel set waiting for the time to exactly, right? Um, how well does it stand up to cat claws? Well, D, linen as a long staple fiber, it can take a beating. It will have some pulls. You can use it on upholstery, but if you have cat's claws, the best upholstery to get, honestly, is microfiber, which is not, it's all synthetic. But for pets, it's good. But um, not everybody uses linen. Not all cats use linen as if you have enough stuff in your environment for the cat, they you can train them not to destroy your upholstery. My sister has 5 cats. She has not succeeded in this. All of her upholstery has been worn out, but, she is I have 2 of her silk-covered chairs in my storage shed because they used to be in her guest room, but because of her 5 cats, I'm rescuing her silk chairs. I'm a linen lover too, 2 white linen pants, yep. Probably not well, D. Cats and linen don't yeah, yeah. It's not the best for upholstery. You can use it for tableware, that's fine, but it's not even the cushions or the cushion back, it's gonna be the legs of the upholstery. That's where the cats attack it the most, or the underside. Like, if you have the furniture that's wood linen combo, that's okay. But you have to just train your cats not to do it and give them enough stuff to scratch that isn't your furniture. I have leather that the cats just jump in and on them, it looks like a little rough. Yeah, the cats, I mean, fur babies, a whole new different rule, yeah. Oh, linen is the best bedding. It truly is. My sister, when she married her husband, she bought linen sheets, and this was over 10 years ago, and it was still $300 then, and that's cheap for linen. Her husband ripped because of he was wearing a belt with a metal buckle, and it ripped. He was laying on top of the bedding, and it ripped the bedding, and she still hasn't forgiven him. We did use the sheeting and make pillows from them, so we didn't completely waste the fabric, but there was never king size bedding after that, and all the bedding, all her really nice bedding has been destroyed, so That's why she's now like, "Okay, well, at least I can still sleep in 100% cotton pajamas." And she does long staple fiber, um, broadcloth linen or cotton pajamas. People think it would be rough, but oh, no, no, yeah, no, linen gets better with age. It's people think it's rough because they only wear it the first time after the first wash, and they're like, "Oh, this is scratchy." But, no, you have to keep it. Keep it and use it, and it will get better and better and better, and then at some point, you're like, "Why would I wanna wear anything but this?" Yeah. I have 4 cats and leather furniture right now, and when we move, I'm gonna get velvet sofa as they call it, not to be visual. Well, most velvet sofas now are, synthetic fiber, but honestly, microfiber, if you have cats, microfiber is one of the best. The weave is tight enough that the hair doesn't penetrate, and it's and if you have, um, cats, is better with the there's a if you go to Ashley Furniture now, Ashley Furniture is not the best furniture, but if you have pets, you're not looking at furniture for 10 years, you're trying to just get furniture to survive 5 years, let's be honest. You can negotiate price, and they have a pet warranty product where there's a pet package they can do. There's a treatment they do to the pillows, and then they can repair warranty or whatever, but, most furniture you're gonna buy is gonna be, if you're lucky, you can get 8-way hand-tied pillows or cushions as strapping. Most of the time, it's strapping or sinuous wire, and it will start out great, but over for about 3 to 5 years, they will just collapse. That's just the way furniture's made now. I still have my wedding linen sheets. I'm almost for yep, heirloom. Mhm. Burger Boy Beautiful Steps. The only thing with velvet, the hair will stick to it and bad. Mhm, off drapes. Well, so velvet used to be made from silk. Now it's not silk anymore. It's more of a velour. We call it velvet still, but it's really a velour. Yeah, you're gonna have to brush that a lot. I wouldn't recommend velvet, for your sofas at all, not with pets. Definitely go with a microfiber. Luna doesn't damage anything. Luna's a sweet cat. Mm. My furniture is leather, about 15 years old. Might get microfiber slip covers. Yeah, I buy some slip covers off Temu because I'm constantly having to cover the couch I have currently is like that couch you can see right there. It's like 20, 30 years old. I got it from my boss. I have I have had we've had so many different sofas. Our pets destroy them, so we don't buy our sofas for heirloom quality. We buy them for can it survive our Great Dane? Mhm. Yeah. Or before that, could it survive XYZ dog? You know, my cat is always trying to tear my whole house down. Well, that's because your okay, Bergen Boy, your cat is we've established that the one napping picture you sent me is a fluke, and it's a demon spawn of hell of cute, great fluffiness. You know, that's cats. I have a blue velvet sofa and 2 Shetty dogs. 10/10, do not recommend them. Yeah, no, you have to use a rubber tool essentially to scrape off essentially comb over the velvet or the velour. It sticks to everything, honestly. Microfiber, honestly, if you have pets, is honest. We bought our house based on our pets. Like, our house had carpeting. First thing we did was take out brand new carpeting and put down, um, luxury vinyl planking, which is really just vinyl flooring, guys. It's just a new style of vinyl. And honestly, it costs a little bit more to do vinyl planking than it does to do even, so vinyl planking has a lot of treatments done to the vinyl. Um, Tile is expensive not by weight and labor. Carpet is actually the most affordable flooring. Wood is a little pricey, but high maintenance, especially if you have dogs with nails, and expensive. Most expensive would be wood. Marble is okay, but weight and cost, and it's so cool. It's very cool. I actually prefer tile, but because of our dogs, when we had our older dogs, tile is hard for them. So when we had the luxury vinyl planking, it's a warmer material. So warmer not just in tone, but warmer in feel and texture because it's a synthetic man-made material. It, is better for their nails. It's better for their grip of their feet, so it works better for them. Like, I did actually grow up in a house at a short my mom one of my mom's apartments that they lived in Thailand was all marble. I can tell you one thing, I am not fond of the Carrara marble look. I felt that literally felt like I lived in a museum. I mean, the whole house was teak wood and gray marble, and it was very cold. I mean, I'm in Asia. It's a hot place, right? So, cold flooring, it's okay, but it's not my favorite. I don't like the look. It's not my look. Like, there's some people are like, "Oh, and this is all marble." I'm like, "Well, that's nice for you." Um, so D says, "My house was built in the 1947. The floors are hardwood. It's my childhood." Oh, that's so awesome that you live in your childhood home. That's so cool. That's amazing, D. Um, Beautiful steps. Lana has um double fur coat like huskies, so it's about shedding fur. Brush her every day, and she sheds. Yeah, pugs do that too. Um, Marble is slippery. It's beautiful. It's Carrara. Also, you have to seal constantly, so you have to do a treatment to it. It's annoying. Um, we have 12-inch farmhouse plank wood floors, and it was installed. It is distressed, but my cat tears them up. We have to refresh them every. Oh my goodness, your cat is the demon Satan spawn of hell. I can't believe. I know he's an angel in disguise, pretending to be a demon Satan from hell, but you know that's destructive. 12-inch farmhouse planks, that's probably 2-inch thick, and you're probably having to take down a 1/4 inch, if or maybe an eighth of an inch every time you refinish them. It's like, bad kitty bad. It's like, this is not for you to sharpen your claws and daggers with, you know? My great-grandfather's, house had 12-inch, yellow pine. Um, do pugs don't have 1 fur c Okay, so pugs have a double fur coat. They shed continuously. You know, like, some dogs shed twice a year? No, no. Pugs shed continuously. It's not even fair that they have a double fur coat because 'cause they're easily they can easily get heat stroke. It's one of the big because of the smushed face, it's one of the big issues. Pugs are high maintenance dogs, guys. They're they're a delicate breed. They need, indoor temperatures. They don't do well. This is not a dog you put in your yard, guys. So yeah, my whole house is full of dog fur. Mm, I didn't know cats well, he has distressed floor planking, so it already has enough texture on it that that cat's like, "Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna." He's a 45-pound Maine Coon cat. He's a big cat. He's I love Maine Coons. Pretty dang awesome. No 1 inch too long fur. No, 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 beautiful steps. The fur is actually very short. The fur is about well, maybe an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. It's not a very long fur, but it's a lot of fur. So sorry, could cuts for everything. Mine does anyway. Oh yeah, a house without pet inherits not home. I agree. Yes, Don. His when I'm telling you, Birkin Boy's beautiful cat is, demon spawn of Satan that is disguised as an angel because he's a cat and he's beautiful and magnificent. He's like he's bigger than my dog. My dog Watson is only 20 pounds, 21 pounds. It's a big kitty. You know, yeah. And it's not because his kitty is overweight. That's just how big his cat is. Yeah, Maine Coons, Maine Coons. Yeah, they can. I'm sorry, I have to get ready to town. See. Oh, bye, Burger Boy. Um, no, Maine Coons are one of those breeds that can do that, Don, and they normally are mostly up in the north part of the United States, but Maine Coon cats can get very large. They're the largest breed of house cat. Um, okay, so actually, we've been almost here for 2 hours, and it's almost noon. I need to get the other half up, and we need to get to office because I have to work 4 hours today, and it's going to take time to get to the office. So I need to have a bunch of videos to catch up on, and you guys will see me again on Friday. I can't believe I'm going 5 days without talking. or 4 days without talking to you guys. So if you catch a surprise live, it's because I can't stay away, you know. But anyway, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Oh, hanging on, Dawn, hanging on. I'll hang on. Hmm. Mm. Dawn, the 3 bags I got. Yes, aren't those beautiful? You know, I don't do I have them right next to me? Let me see if I have them next to me. Um Where did I put you? There it is. As I throw things out of the way. So, dump things on the floor. Here's one. This one. I know these came out of her collection. She's not a reseller. She's just part of a group and she's downsizing. And she had not this one, but this one listed for sale. And I said, "Hey, do you have any other Doonies for sale? I'd love to buy, I have a budget, about $100. Could you?" And I think she was selling this for, I think 45 or something. And she said, "Oh yeah, sure. You can take all 3 of these for $100." I'm like, "What? Are you sure?" And she said, "Yeah, yeah, I'm just downsizing." So these are her these are her bags from her collection that she had bought, and they're perfect. They were sitting in her closet, and they're blue and they're all weather leather, and these 2 were a bonus for me. This is the one I really wanted because I really like the baguette, but I don't want to pay for the baguette. So, the Fendi baguette, and I thought this was beautiful, and I'd never seen it before. So I bought 3 of these bags for $100 and shipping, including shipping. Like she paid, like basically this was just to get it out of her closet price. It's like sometimes, guys, this is a secret that I'm now sharing, so no longer is it a secret. When I list things for sale, I list them a little high, mainly because I want somebody to really want them, not because it's a deal. And if they contact me, I normally drop the price drastically. I've told you, I sell things at a loss because I really care about somebody actually getting use out of them. And if I can get anything even near replacement of what, or even just what I invested in it, I'm happy. And I never do. I never actually sell anything for what I paid for it. So I never buy anything with the intention of selling it. But if I do sell it, I always negotiate down. I always a little bit, because people who are willing to pay for it at the price I listed at, um, they're already looking at it. So if I drop it 25%, they're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd rather you have this and see if you like this than sell it for more money, because I love bags and I want to share that with people. I want people to buy vintage." Yeah, I know, Andrea, right? Um, and I wanted to show you, this is the bag that Says What gave me. Um, So Says gave me this bag, and because this is the bag she took the coating off of. So at the bottom you can see the fogged coating, and you can see this. So when she gave me this and I saw what she did, that's when I bought the other bag to try to do this. So Says What gave me this bag, and what I want to do with this bag is I want to do some embroidery on the hearts so it can pop, and I think I'm going to do beadwork on this and put beading on here. Jackie, you're super generous when trading. Oh yeah. Yes, because with Linda, you actually are the only one, well, not Linda S, but with Linda Passos, she's the only one I've actually sold things to where I actually broke even. Almost everybody else I lose money. So I just want people to love it. I mean, this is also why I'm never going to be wealthy. I gave away a lot of my inheritance when I got it just to keep peace in the family. And my father would be angry with me if he knew what I did. But you know what? I blame him. He didn't write it down in the will, and he made me the executor. So it was my choice to give away my inheritance if I had to. And I did. I gave away a third of my inheritance. So yeah, whatever. And then I used the rest of it because I figured, like, I had no kids. Now I could have, if I had done the way the law stated, my house would be paid for. Literally my house would be paid for. My 2 other sisters might be homeless, but my house would have been paid for. So in order to make everything work out, I just said, "Well, okay, I'll sign over this. I don't need it." I said, "I'm working," you know, and I'd rather have my siblings still talk to me. Now, one doesn't. She doesn't talk to me, but my I would it would have been my twin. I would have had to. She would never talk to me again if I actually did what the law told me to do legally, what I was legally able to do. So to keep the peace in the family and still have a family, I'm like, oh no, 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 we're just gonna sign that away. And I had to talk to my husband about it first, you guys. It's like husband, dude, I know this is a lot, and this is a lot of money, and we could have a paid for house, but this is what's gonna happen if I do it this way. And he's like, yeah, no, we still want to have a family. So well, that's what we did. Like, guys, I dissolved my 401k from my first job to fix my mother-in-law's house. No promissory note, no get it back in return. I took 30 grand and I fixed her house. You know, I'll never get that money back. I can never make that money back. It's gone. And that's what's taking the penalty. So I will never ever be wealthy. And this is why my husband does not let me talk to people. And here I am on the internet. I can't walk by homeless people. I can't walk by people down on their luck. I've had to learn how to say no because I'm like, sure, I'll help you. Like, but there's that thing, like, if you don't make sure you're okay, you can't help other people. So I have to, like, say no. I can't say yes to everybody. I used to give stuff to anybody who asked. Well, then now everybody's asking. So I'm like, I can't just give to everybody. I can't donate to everybody's charity. I can't do everybody's GoFundMe. So at this point in life, I donate by shopping at Goodwill. I donate to Goodwill. I do some other small charities. But once you're on a charity list, the amount of mail, it's like, look, I only gave you XY dollars. You have spent more dollars on postage trying to get more XY dollars. Stop it. You know, Families can go nuts when an inheritance is up for grabs. It's a shame you're a good. Oh, yeah. It was flat out. I will lose my family or I just, or I gave up this stuff. Like, I gave up the stuff. And literally, I have property going up for auction because the deal of having to deal with the taxes and split it 3 ways for a piece of property that the value of it is like maybe $500 isn't worth it. It's not worth it. So I said, well, 6 of us own this piece of property, now 5, one person died. So I'm like, 5 people own this one piece of property worth only XY dollars. I says, nobody's paying the taxes. I'm not paying the taxes because I refuse to have to be the only one paying taxes. Let it go to auction. And when they realize they lost the property, they can go cry over spilled milk. It's not my responsibility to make sure they know what to do with their money. But nobody lives in that state. Nobody wants that property, but nobody wants to settle and deal with the lawyers or sell it because everybody's like, well, it could be worth money. Like, my grandfather bought that property way, way, way back in the dark ages. Well, they have been paying taxes on that property for decades for property nobody is ever going to use and nobody has ever seen. It's like somebody came up to my grandfather and said, I'm going to sell you oceanfront property in Arizona. And he said, okay. And I'm like, I don't care about the property. May it go and rot. Somebody else will own it one day, not me. You know. Yeah, but that's first world problems, right? Totally. Like, we're quibbling over airship over a piece of property over 7, or originally it was how many? One, one, two, 3, 4, 5, 5 heirs on the same piece of property because it started from my grandfather, it went to his 2 children, and then it went to their children. So now it's gone from, third generation of a piece of property that's never developed. It's just a subdivision lot out in the middle of Arizona, the desert, you know. Anyway, I'm picking up all the things I dropped. Yeah. So this is one of my other little bags, my knockoff, not a Chanel, but looks like a Chanel. My very cute grandma bag from Vivian. Now, this is a Vivian, but this is vegan leather, so this is not real leather, but it's so soft. It's really soft. I really like this bag. This is the bag I want in mock croc. They have one in mock croc right now on the website that is actually real leather. I really want this, but I have this one, so I'm trying to say, Jackie, you haven't even used this one. so I'm like, okay, Jackie, stop it. Collector tendencies are real. And while I'm putting stuff away, I'll give you a sneak peek. This is a video coming up I'm still working on. It's a restoration video. So this is after the first application of leather conditioner. You will see the before leather conditioner. This is a Ferragamo, vintage Ferragamo. And I'm going to do some restoration on the edges. And I'm just going to make it look pretty. It's never going to look new. It's just going to look pretty, right? So this video is coming up. You see some friction right here that's wearing a little bit off of this. This is a really pretty bag. I love this bag. So I haven't used it yet because I'm still working on it. Today's tendencies aren't when you have 200 plus bags. I know. Well, at least I'm trying to diversify as I buy the same bag twice. You know, I'm trying to diversify. I'm not that successful. Oh, what I know I've given up on the trying to get down to 100 bags. I've just given up on that. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, let's just be smarter about the bags I have, you know? Oh, oh, this is a really cool, actually, hand balm. I need to take this to the office. But I like this bag a lot. It's cute little. I love this style. I don't begrudge anyone buying the cute little Chanel one. I'm not paying Chanel prices, you know. So anyway, okay, I keep rambling. Now we've gone on, definitely been here for 2 hours, and I need to make sure James gets up. It's afternoon, and if we can get to the office by 1 o'clock, I will be thrilled. At this point, by 2 o'clock, and I'll be thrilled because we just have to work a few hours. But if he's sleeping this late, it's because he's really tired. He's been sleeping all morning, so he hasn't. We woke up. Normally, we go to church. Normally, churches and Sunday school is over right about right now. So this is when we would normally be leaving to go to the office, but. So anyway, I will see y'all, and I don't know if I'm gonna have any more unboxings coming soon, but I do have I am working on videos. I really need to edit. Well, not edit. Well, some of them are gonna be edits because I'm doing a restoration, so I'm trying to show the process. That's a great shell dupe. I would never with the real. Oh yeah, no, the real one, $6,000 or something. Heck no. Well, this is a split cow. It's not super cool. It's not lamb, but I diversify. That's why my wish list is 300 different bags from 2 brands. See, well, beautiful steps. You truly are a collector. So is Birkenboy. Like he probably will end up with those Alma in the orange and the green. Those are his favorite colors, orange and green. So I would want it in red or blue, but he's orange and green. So, but and I love Louis, but I think honestly, I think my wish list. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write this down right now so I don't forget that my top. And I'm gonna post it so I can see it. So I can remind myself why I'm on this no buy low buy, so that at some point I can buy this bag. So let's see, my number one. Let's see, wish list for 2024. The number one bag, Ricky by Ralph Lauren. And pre-love, guys, because I'm not spending real current prices for that. And let's see, the number 2 bag I wanted was the Row India. Someday, maybe in 5-year plan. And the 3rd bag is the Hermes Bolide bag. So that is my wish list for 2024, and I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna put it on my wall. I'm gonna put blasphemy. I'm gonna use. I have some. Here it is. Scotch tape right here, and I'm gonna put this list so I can see this and it can keep me on my no buy low buy, because I can probably buy a Ricky, to be honest, if I don't buy much this year, and if I'm really good about it, like really really good about it, and buy one used, um and on a payment plan. So there's also caveats to this, but it's possible, right? Where the India bag I probably can't buy because it's a brand new style bag. And then the Bolide I've seen those for about $1,000. Financially, those ones might be the most realistic, like used and not in the best condition. Condition is subjective, right? With what you're willing to put up with. And anyhow, so now I have an official wish list sitting I get to stare at. Those are my 3 pie and sky bags. Going to go. Okay, yes, I'm gonna wake up, James. Thanks for entertaining us. Good morning. Everybody have a good day. Now we all have things to do. See y'all later. Bye.